Now we'll see what do we mean by the rationalization of the denominator. Okay, so okay, so before learning the rationalization of denominators, this identity we must be knowing that, okay, what is this? Let's find out. A plus b, a and b are any numbers, and a minus b. So this is what, if we multiply a into a square, then a into minus b is minus ab, then a into b is plus ab, and then b into minus b is minus b square, right? So this cancels out. This is a square minus b square. So a square minus b square can be factorized, can be written in the form of product of its factors, is like this. Okay, so 6 square minus 3 square is what? 6 plus 3 times 6 minus 3. So this is the basic identity that we'll find the use of. Okay, so what do we mean by rationalization? Okay, that means the denominator of the fraction representation we are going to make rational. For example, 1 upon 3 plus root 2. The numerator is a rational number, but the denominator is an irrational number. Okay, so we'll try to use the same identity, multiply by 3 minus root 2 here also. So essentially this is 1, right? So the numerator is what? The numerator is 3 minus root 2 only, and then the denominator is what? A plus b times a minus b is a square minus b square. We just saw this, right? A plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square. Same property or the identity we'll use here. Okay, this is going to be 3 square minus root 2 square. Okay, that is 3 minus root 2 upon 9 minus 2, that is 7. So 3 minus root 2 upon 7 is the rationalized form. That means the denominator is now a rational number. Okay, so this is what I mean by rationalizing the denominator. Okay, another form can be like this: 1 by square root of some number x plus square root of some number y. How to rationalize this? Again, very simple. Multiply by this number, this is y, so this is 1. We are multiplying by 1, so we are not changing anything. This thing I have to make the denominator rational. Do like this. This is what? Root x minus root y upon root x whole square, that is x, minus root y whole square is y. So this is the rationalized form where the denominator is now a rational number. For example, so this thing was of the form what? This example was of this form: 1 upon x plus root y form. This form, okay, where x is 3 and y is 2. Okay, this is root y, root 2, correct? It can be in this form also. So like this. For example, if I take, what is the, now rationalize the denominator for this, let's say 5 upon root 7 plus root 2. How to rationalize denominator? Rationalize the denominator, simple: root 7 minus root 2 and root 7 minus root 2. Multiply like this. Numerator becomes this upon, this is 7 minus 2, that is 5 only. So this is what? This is 5, right? So 5 cancels out. This is root 7 minus root 2. Okay, so this thing is the same as this, root 7 minus root 2. Now the denominator is 1 for the thing. Here the denominator was an irrational number. We have rationalized the denominator. That is what we have done. Okay, so this is a very useful technique in many questions. We'll be finding use not only in this chapter but for chapters to come also. Okay, now we are going to look at a very important topic. Okay, the law of exponents. Okay, the law of exponents we are going to see. Okay, so this is very important and should be really practice questions after doing this. Okay, so that you have to do for all the parts exactly actually. Okay, so exponents, so let's say 5 to the power 3. So this 3 is the exponent, this is the base. 5 raised to 3, or 5 to the power 3 we say. Okay, so now we will see some rules how we deal with these numbers having exponents in them or powers in them. Okay, so so what is the root? So the square root, for example 4, the square root is 1 by 2. This is 1 by 2. Okay, so 1 by 2th root of 4, that is 2, that is the same as square root of 4. Okay, if I say 9 to the power 1 by 4, okay, this is what? Fourth root of 9. Okay, this is fourth root of 9. Okay, so if I write a number a and whole to the power 1 by n, this is what? Nth root of a. This can be written as a and nth root. Okay, like this also, this is nth root of, this is the representation. Okay, fine. Now we'll look at some rules how we deal with exponents. Okay, how we deal with exponents, we'll be seeing some rule. Okay, first one, let's say there is the number a times a times a, let's say 8 times, 8 times. So what is this? This is a to the power 8, right? A into a into a, let's say 8 times. So that is a to the power 8. Okay. Now this number, if I multiply by, let's say 9 more a's, or let's say, yeah, 9 more a's, a into a into a into a, 9 times. So this is 9 times. This was 8 times. Okay. So this is what? A to the power 8 into a to the power into a to the power 9. A to the power 8 into a to the power 9 is going to be what? Just tell me. This is a 8 times into a. So how many total is? 8 plus 9, 17 is, right? So this can be written as a to the power 8 plus 9. That is a to the power 17, right? So this only, now we can write it as a generalized form. How? The first rule is a to the power m into a to the power n is equal to what? So again, this is m times a into a into a m times, and then into again a n times a into a into a n times, right? So how many a's in total? M plus n a's. So this is equal to a to the power m plus n. Okay. So a to the power m into a to the power n is equal to a to the power m plus n. Okay. This is rule number 1. Okay. Rule number 1, a to the power m into a to the power n is equal to a to the power m plus n. The powers get added and the base is the same, a. Okay, a to the power m into a to the power n is the same base a to the power m plus n. Okay, so just keep in mind the base is the same. This is the first rule. Okay, so example, if I give 3 to the power 6 into 3 to the power 15 is equal to 3 to the power 15 plus 6 is 21. Okay, this is it. Okay, again similar thing, the second rule, similar only. Now if I say a to the power m upon a to the power n, this is what? So this is a into a m times, right? And let's say for a m is more than n, let's say, and this is a into a n times, isn't it? So what we can do, if n is, let's say, smaller, okay, m is bigger, let's say n is smaller, so we can cancel out. Okay, we can cancel out. So n a's will be cancelled out. So how many a's will be remaining in the numerator? Yes, m minus n, because n you cancelled out. Okay, so I have assumed here m minus n. Okay, if n is more, then it is going to be negative. Okay, it is going to be negative, right? So again, for example, I'll take, let's say, 5 to the power 8 upon 5 to the power 3 is what? 5 into 5 into 5 8 times upon 5 into 5 into 5 3 times. So 3 5 will cancel out and remaining 5 will be remaining, right? So that is equal to 5 to the power 8 minus 3, that is 5 to the power 5. Okay, now what if it was reverse of this? Reverse of this, I mean to say 5 to the power 3 by 5 to the power 8. Still the rule remains the same. Okay, so this is what? 5 into 5 into 5 upon 5 into 5 8 times. Again you will cancel out 3 5s from the denominator, so it will be like 1 upon 5 to the power 5. Okay, 1 upon 5 to the power 5, and this is the same as this rule holds here also. This is the same. What is the rule? 5 to the power 3 minus 8, that is 5 to the power minus 5. Okay, so 5 to the power minus 5 is the same as 1 upon 5 to the power 5. Okay, so basically 5 to the power minus 5 is the same as 1 upon 5 to the power 5. Okay, fine. What is the value of this thing? So the rule is what? The rule is a to the power m upon a to the power n is equal to a to the power m minus 1. Now if I say what is the value of, let's say, 7 to the power minus 1, what is this? So if I use the same rule, this is 7 to the power 0 minus 1. Okay, that is 7 to the power 0 upon 7 to the power 1. Okay, this is, now any number raised to the power 0, 7 to the power 0 is going to be what? 1. Why? We'll just see. And 7 to the power 1 is 7. So 7 to the power minus 1 is just the reciprocal of 7. Okay, is just the reciprocal of 7. Okay, any number to the power minus 1 is 1 upon the number. Okay, this we can conclude from here. Okay, this can be concluded from here. Okay, why? We have seen this. Okay, a to the power m upon a to n, simple logic. Okay, that many numbers will be cancelled, so what is remaining will be left. Okay, now let's see what is the why 7 to the power 0, or any number to the power, for that matter, any number to the power 0 is 1. Okay, so if I use the same rule, what is this? If I say 7 to the power 0, I can write as 7 to the power any number 5 minus 5, let's say, that is 0, right? So that is 7 to the power 5 upon 7 to the power 5. Okay, this rule, a to the power m upon a to n is a to the power m minus n. Okay, so this is again going to be 0 is 5 minus 5, so I can write 7. Obviously this is what, 7 to the power 5, this is what, 7 into 7 into 7 5 times upon 7 into 7 5 times, that is simply cancel out same number of 7s in the denominator and the numerator, so obviously they will cancel out to give me 1, right? So that's why any number, and this is true for any number, instead of 7 if I had taken a or any random number, this is what is going to happen for that number also. So any number raised to the power 0 is 1. Fine. So this is also one information. This is, and these two properties, a to power m by a to power n is a to power m minus 1, and the first one was this. Okay, now let's see the next one. Now the next one will be yes. So from here only we saw how this works for reciprocals. A to the power minus 1 is 1 by a, right? And okay, so here only we'll discuss this property. A to the power b whole to the power c is the same as a to the power b into c. Okay, and is the same as a to the power c whole to the power b. Okay, fine. So the proof is very obvious. This thing is what, a to the power b c times, that is what, a to the power b into a to the power b into a to the power b, how many times, c times. Okay, so just again apply the first rule. First rule is what, a to the power m plus a to the power n is a to the power just the sum of the two, m plus n, right? So here what is going to happen, a to the power b, this is equal to what, the base is the same, a, so this is going to be b plus b plus b, how many times, c times. So that is what, b plus b plus b c times is what, that is multiplication, right? B into c, so that is a into b into c, and b into c is the same as c into b, is it not? So if I had written it like this also, this is like a to the power c into a to the power c into a to the power c, how many times, b times, it will give me the same thing, is it not? So either you write it a to the power c b times or a to the power b c times, it's the same thing using the first property. This is very clear, right? So this is, these two things are the same, so we can see how this is true. Okay, for example if you say 2 to the power 3 whole to the power anything, let's say 4, is equal to 2 to the power 4 whole raised to the power 3 is equal to 2 to the power 3 into 4 is what, 4 into 3, 3 into 4, it's 12, 2 to the power 12. So this is an example for the same thing, right? Okay, this is an example. So these things need practicing, of course. And we'll be practicing questions one by one based on all the properties. Okay, but first of all I'm just going to give you all these rules in one go, and then one by one we'll be doing questions and then trying to just, so that we do not get confused at any point. Okay, so this was this rule. So from here only I can say we just saw that a to the power minus 1 is the reciprocal. Okay, so a to the power minus 1 is the reciprocal of a. Any number to the power minus 1 is the reciprocal. Why? We just saw, right? A to the power minus 1 is what? A to the power 0 minus 1. That is a to the power 0 upon a to the power 1. A to the power, any number to the power 0 is 1. So that is a to the power 1 is 1, a. So a to the power minus 1 is 1 by a, reciprocal. So what about this thing? Here only, what if I say a to the power minus of some number b? This is what? Using this property, the last one, this one, we can say here a to the power minus b is a to the power b whole raised to the power minus 1, because minus b is b into minus 1. Okay, and I told you that any number raised to the power, so this thing raised to power minus 1 is just its reciprocal, a by b, a to the power 1 upon a to the power b. Okay, so a to the power minus b is 1 upon a to the power b. This we can see. Or here only this is equal to the same thing is, or you can write a to the power minus 1 whole to the power b. Okay, that is again equal to 1 by a, because a to power and this whole to the power b. Okay, right, that is 1 by b to the power a by b, that is 1 by a to the power b, like this. Don't get confused, we are going to see this by an example. Okay, before this, a to the power, the next rule, okay, everything will combine then. A to the power b whole upon c is equal to a raised to c upon b raised to c. Okay, like this. Another, so what do I mean? Let's say 2 by 3 whole to the power 4. So this is equal to 2 to the power 4 upon 3 to the power 4. This is how we can write this. So this is the next rule. Okay, and this is what I have done here also, right? Here also same thing, right? So again we'll look at this example. A to the power minus b, a to the power minus b is what? A to the power 1 into minus b, is it not? So this is equal to a to the power 1 whole to the power minus b is the same as a to the power sorry, we don't write it like this. Okay, okay, now let's understand by the properties. This property also included a by b whole to the power c. I'll try to just see what this is. So this is a to the power b into minus 1, is it not? So use this property here now, this one. Yes, this one. A to the power b whole raised to the power c is a to the power b into c, right? So this is equal to a raised to the power minus b. Yes. So a raised to the power minus b is a to the power b into minus 1. So that is equal to what? A to the power b whole raised to the power minus 1, or a to the power minus 1 whole to the power b. The same thing, I'm just revising. So this is what I told you, anything to the power minus 1 is its reciprocal, that is 1 upon a to the power b, right? So this is equal to this is equal to, now this is what? 1 by a whole to the power b. This thing is 1 by a to the power b. So that is what? 1 to the power b upon a to the power b, right? That is 1 to the power b is 1 upon a to the power b. Same thing, right? So this property here is this one, right? Okay. So all the properties, okay, they are all related also in some way, and this is how. So but they are very useful. We have to very properly understand them and should be able to use them, okay, without making mistakes. Okay, so we have seen the rules, but doing more and more questions, we'll be practicing questions based on all the properties and a mix of them. Okay, so like this only, like this property only. The next one can be written as a into b. This is a into b whole to the power n is a to the power n into b to the power n. Okay, for example, 5 into 2 whole to the power 3 is 5 to the power 3 into 2 to the power 3. So this is what 5 into 2, that is 10 to the power 3 basically. So 10 to the power 3 is 5 to the power 3 into 2 to the power 3. So this property I have used like this. And if you want to, just see the proof, it's going to be same thing. Okay, just write this 5 into 2, 5 into 2, 5 into 2 three times. So that is 3 5s and 3 2s, 5 to 3 into 2 power 3. Ultimately you can understand this one. Okay, plausible, fine. So these are the rules and where they are coming from. Now most important, will be doing questions based on them. Okay, then the things will be very clear to us. Okay, fine.